Hello, my name is Dequan Thomas and I'm from Jamaica. I am currently working in Konos, Saitama. Yeah. So, I have a friend that already worked in Joytalk when I was applying, and she gave me good recommendations. And when I wanted to come here and was looking at different companies, I saw their name in the top of the list. So, yeah. So, at school, I do a lot. So, in the classroom, I assist the teacher in teaching English. I help with pronunciations, I do reading and listening activities, speaking activities, all to let the students get a better, more comfortable listening to a natural speaker, something that the CDs or materials might not do the best at. Where outside of class, I assist with the lesson plans, making lesson plans, worksheets, thinking up new activities, and just meeting the other teachers. As well, in my free time, like lunchtime, I would play with the students. They love interacting. I also would make informational cards or an English board. So, to help them to experience a different culture that they might not get without me. I don't want to say. So before coming to work in Japan, I was really worried about the language because I don't speak Japanese, and I did a course in Japanese in college, but I didn't get the best grades. So I was really worried about that. But that's where Joytalk came in clutch. They really helped me a lot with the language barrier. So they have really good coordinators that are at my beck and call. So as soon as I have a problem or I need anything, they help me with translations. If I get any mail that I don't understand, or if I need to go to the doctor or even to buy things, they really helped me to adjust. So as I mentioned earlier, adjusting to Japan Joytalk has really helped me in that way. They have been very supportive, and as I said before, I'm from a warm country. I'm from Jamaica. So whenever it gets cold, I tend to get sick or more ill. And even sometimes on short notice in the middle of the night, I'd have to message Joytalk, one of my coordinators, and they respond and they try their best to assist me and bring me to the doctors, make that transition very smooth, because a lot of the doctors don't speak English. So, and it can be very uncomfortable, but having someone there that understands, that you can relate to, that's not Google Translate, is very comforting. And Joytalk really helped me every step of the way coming to Japan in my first year, because I didn't have all that much money because I had an accident coming to Japan where I missed my flight. So I had to rebook, and so I was short on money, but they said everything was okay. They paid for my apartment and took it back out slowly out of my pay. They bought me a bicycle that I needed to go to work. They helped me buy futon and other materials and made sure everything was okay. So I'm very grateful for the staff at Joytalk, especially the coordinators. So working in Japan is interesting, to say the least. Every day is a new experience, yet every day is still the same. Japan, it's very structured. The students are very disciplined and the teachers are very on point with what they do. So everything, once you understand your teacher or your school, you can slide into that structure and know that this is what we're going to do, and you do it everything will be fine. I appreciate that level of organization and fluidity. You know, it makes everything easier. Students are very disciplined, very warm. A lot of them are very interested and excited, especially when they hear that I'm from Jamaica. Jamaica is very popular in Japan, apparently. But they are very interested and want to find out more about me. And I also want to I learn a lot about them and their culture. So that's also an aspect you should remember. And when trying to teach in Japan, it's not just about teaching the English, you're also teaching culture. You're an ambassador for your country and your culture. So it's very, in that way, it's very fulfilling and interesting. You get to learn a lot. And especially one, for example, I learned that many Japanese people didn't have last names like how we have family names in the West until very late in their history, around the Meiji period. So a lot of their last names are very funny if you translate them directly to English, like Yamada, which would be, you know, mountain field. So it's interesting. So if you're thinking about applying to Joytalk, I can give you my personal seal of approval, especially for first year applicants. Joytalk is a very helpful company. It's actually my best recommended if you are a very new LT and you know nothing about Japan and you are worried about that. They're a great company and will support you every step of the way, especially if you're worried about finance. And some of my friends back home ask about, because a lot of people ask me about coming to Japan, and anytime I just tell them about Joytalk, because there are, though yes, there are other companies that might pay you more initially and so on, but it's that supportive touch, that human element, that the assistance that I received personally. That's why I recommend it to all of my friends and anyone who asks about working in Japan. They're always at the top of my recommended list.